We are awaiting and calling in different forms of disclosure of the dark that have long run the planet, of the presence of the energy devices, of the sacred space program, and of long suppressed advanced healing technologies. At this moment, amid ongoing battles and other conflict, and Earth reacting to the powerful solar light waves with extreme weather and earthquakes, it feels as if we'll never get there. And due to this powerful light coming in, we are all dealing with all trauma coming up from this and other Earth lives, so it can feel as if we are further away from the new Earth now, rather than closer. Your input and energetic support is much appreciated. The collective, we are aware, perhaps even more than the most humans now, of the internal conflict and upset that humanity is feeling now. It is particularly difficult and demanding for those who came in to hold, transmit, and become the light you have all long sought to reflect and represent the higher realms to a darkened, often desperate Earth. We can assure you that the majority of the symptoms of pain, suffering, and discomfort are nothing but resistance imposed by each one about the changes that are necessary in their present days. Resistant and fighting against these changes makes one's life much more difficult and tormented. That's why we always say, get in the flow. You are here incarnated at the best moment on planet Earth. This is a privilege if you have. Living in the form of incarnate, exactly in the final period of the planetary transition, will give you a unique insight into the infinite universe. This knowledge will firstly be integrated into your higher versions of yourself. Such knowledge, once it reaches the source, will also be integrated into all the superior uses of the other existing in the entire cosmos. Therefore, understand the size of responsibility that is on your shoulders at this time of planetary transition and the ascension of your soul. Failing now would be an immeasurable waste. It would be the loss not only of the opportunity, but of hundreds of incarnations, being such incarnations in a world of atonement and evidence. Repeating again this cycle of learning is certainly a tough task for every repressed soul. Fortunately, much of Earth's current humanity is reaching the required frequency for ascension. This is because we see life as sacred, and because we see the conception of child as a sacred gift of souls. We also support our children and our mothers in general. The only thing that might be considered an exception to our view that life is sacred, and also they refuse our offer to help them change or heal or repent. After all, if we just lock them up, they will continue to negatively influence their race through collective subconscious. Those people had and still have their chance, and if they continue to choose the dark despite being offered a path back towards the light even after their crimes, then that is a shame, but we have no problem with executing them to protect the rest of their race from them. Then people would sit down with her, have a conversation, and ask how she is doing. If she wanted healing services, or just wanted friends or friendly company, or anything else, she would get it. She would be informed about the options she has, which includes carrying the child and then giving it up for adoption. or raising it herself with all the support she needs. She would be reminded that life is sacred. She would be invited to visit a sister's circle or a mother's circle. We say this, realizing that in your waking hours, you are still in a place of higher vulnerability and often in feelings of unsureness, loss, high stress, and emotional confusion. The heights that some are experiencing, brought on by the powerful solar winds and healing plasma light particles flowing to Earth now, are often accompanied by lows that are painful enough at times to make one wish that one had never come to Earth to begin with. Yet, we ask two things: that you allow yourself your sadness and struggle, blessing it and moving through it with emotional honesty, allowing yourself to cry and release where need, and that you move flow up the more difficult moments with any affirmation that can help you in that ongoing healing and dissolving of old earth patterns. Some will affirm, "I can do all things through divine love, who strengthens me." Others will remind themselves, "I am the light, and I allow these moments as they reveal what must be transformed." Humanity is to an extent in a kind of deadlock, because so long as women perceive that they are oppressed, they for the most part will not be able to start healing their oppression trauma. People in general can't heal from their trauma until they are safe, or in this case, women will struggle to begin to heal their oppression trauma so long as they perceive they are still oppressed. Even if you think it's not oppressive, they have still perceived as such by many women, and hence they are reinforcing the oppression trauma in many women. When we say that the ascension of the soul depends on the state of its frequency, we are actually showing that ascension in individual. Each consciousness will reach a required frequency level in order to receive the vibration that allows you to pass through the ascension portal. Vibration in unconditional love, compassion, respect, solidarity, charity, and gratitude. The frequency rises enough, at least to ensure the level of the fifth dimension. But today, we are going to bring here some information about how to filter energies. You are constantly bombarded by high frequency energy coming directly from the light. But you are also attacked diuturnally by the low frequency energies that the Lords of Light send you. Like a real armed, full battle, you are between these two forces. However, know that only you can decide which side will win this dispute.